We still haven't heard any word on Tez Walker's situation. The NCAA's had a tough 3 years. There's been a lot of changes and things now that since they've been changed we got to fix, and we continue to fix them. I really like what I see with President Charlie Baker coming in from the governor's position at Massachusetts. There's already been some changes that are good. I hear that we've got more changes that are coming, and one of the changes that needs to happen is the way we handle mental health. We have a committee that sits up there that never talks to Tez, never talks to his grandmother, never talks to our doctors, never talks to the mental health people on our campus, never talks to our chaplain, who Tez talks to every day and feels really guilty that he's brought negative attention to our program, which he shouldn't, but he does, and he's really struggling. I see him crying after practice. He came over to me and said, "Have you heard anything?" And he does every day. And if you look at it, number one, he's only played at one school. That's different than a lot of these other guys. He's only played at Kent State. The second thing, and maybe most importantly, is one of the most important things, is that the school that the young man transfers from writes a letter that says they agreed that he needed to transfer for his mental health. And Kent State did that. Most of these guys that are out there, the school that they're leaving didn't want them to leave. Kent State understood. He lost his head coach. He lost his position coach. He lost his offensive coordinator, and his grandmother hadn't seen him play. So he comes here thinking he's going to play, and they changed the rule 2 days after he enrolled in school, which is not fair to him either. He didn't have all the information in transferring. And then at the spring game, his grandmother got to come and see him. They had 30 family members at the spring game because he's from Charlotte. So as I look at it, I see a mental health issue. I see it at the highest level, and I can't imagine that some committee that's sitting up in Indianapolis with doors closed that has never met this kid doesn't have to step up and really look at mental health if we're worried about student athlete welfare like we say we are, and if we're worried about mental health like we say we are. Because you're taking away his opportunity to play. You're taking away a guy's opportunity to play that's on the watch list for the best receiver in the country. You're taking away an opportunity for a guy to play in the NFL. So you're taking away opportunity for compensation, and you're taking away, most importantly, he needed to be back close to home, and he needed his grandmother to see him play for the first time ever. So I'm banking on Charlie Baker. If we are changing, it's time to change, and I'm banking on him stepping up and changing because it's what's best for this young man. It's not about us. He is a good player, but if I say that I'm going to take care of every player and treat them like I'd want my son to be treated, that's what I'm trying to do in this situation. Tez needs to be able to play. That's the only fair thing for him, and people need to stand up for it, because that's an area we need to get changed. We went from everybody being eligible to now nobody's eligible. That's not, neither one of them are fair. Neither one of them are right. So let's do what's right for the NCAA. Let's don't say we care about student welfare, and let's don't say that we care about mental health unless we do. And here's a great opportunity to show that we do.